Okay, finally got the garage finished. Got all the wiring done today, so my lights and fans work now. Power points have been wired up for about 2 weeks. So yeah, all done. Got a couple of walls on this side over here painted a few days ago, so it all matches in. Everything's been moved. Workbench has been shortened up, new bench top put on it. So the only thing I'm waiting on is one stand that a friend of mine picked up for me, that my linisher is going to mount on, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's turned out pretty damn good. Got everything, all the switches here. Got to get a couple of saddles for here, some 30mm saddles to fasten that on. But besides that, that's the inside finished off now, so I'm pretty happy. So we've got our fans running, and we got our lights running. Didn't take us all that long to get it done. I've done majority of the running the wiring myself. My mate come in this morning, did what I couldn't do, which was reach up to wire those fans up, connected everything to the switchboard, and yeah, we're off and running. Switchboard just in the corner there. So that's it. Besides those couple of saddles to hold that piece of conduit in, the only thing that's left to do is paint the outside, but I'm still not sort of strong enough with my arm to get up on the roof and paint the roof. So I'm going to wait until I can do that and do everything at once, do all the side walls and the roof at once. But I'm pretty happy the way it's turned out. I think all up minus the concrete, it's cost me just under $1,000. So I haven't done too bad. $250 for the shed, $100 for the extra sheets I needed for the front doors, $50 for the spoon drain out there. I bought a few electrical bits and pieces, a few junction boxes, but I didn't have to buy any switches. So it's probably cost me a little less. Oh, I spent $180 on the paint. So yeah, it's probably somewhere up around that $800 to $1,000 mark. So the shed itself has cost me bugger all. The concrete's what cost me the most. That cost $3,000. So, but what do? You can't have a shed without a floor in it. So yeah, the way I look at it is it's cost me $1,000 to put the shed up. So I'm happy. Got all that yellow bar painted up. A few little bits and pieces I got to do. You know, I've still got undercoat on some of this, some of these trusses. You know, that needs somewhere down the track. I'll just hit it with some red primer just to make it look clean. But besides that, I'm done. Got all my power points in under there. 2.1 there, 4.1 in over there, a 2 there, a 2 there. And around this side I got my 15 amp point for my welder. That's on a separate circuit. Disconnected the 4-point power point from there and replaced it with a 2-point. Redid some wiring on this side of the shed. I had 2 double power points over here. Got rid of the one that would have mounted on the right hand side. Just got that one there now, and one down the far end, which I didn't have to touch. So it's worked out pretty good. I've moved my bar fridge in here now, which is great. So I moved that out of the back room of my house, and my microwave. Used to have these in my caravan, but I no longer have my caravan, so they're now become a fixture in the garage, which is good. And that's about it. So hopefully in a couple of weeks' time I'll move the truck cab in here and start removing some of the woodwork, and we'll get that replaced with some of that steel tubing up there. I have to build the roller first to roll the tube. I've got all the parts. I just need to cut the actual sides of the machine out from that big piece of 6mm plate, 1/4 inch plate. If you can see it there in the shadow. GoPros aren't great in the dark or in shadow, but yeah, I've got to cut two sides out of that for this roller. I've got the 3 rollers. I've got all the screw and everything that I need to fasten the roller down, to tighten it up. So yeah, we're ready to go. Ready to go. So as I promised, this year will be full of work on the Studebaker, a full year of work on it, and I'll try and get it as far along as I possibly can, as far as the finances will allow. But yeah, there's really not that much left to do on it. It's a lot of fiddly stuff, and as I said, the cabin is the most difficult part of it now. Trying to get all that old woodwork out and replace it with steel and make sure that all the doors open and close properly. I've never done one before, so this will be my first shot at it. So yeah, it's going to be trial and error, and we'll see how we go. I've got a surveillance system too for the to set up out here, but we haven't got around to doing that yet. But we will. We'll get that mounted, and not that I need it. I've never had any troubles here in the 16 years I've lived here, but you know, I got given this surveillance camera for nothing. So yeah, I'm gonna wire it in. It's a bit of a deterrent. Oh, one other thing I've got to do, but not at this point in time, because I still can't use that shoulder properly. I've got to dig a trench along here for the stormwater and connect to the main pipe over there. So yeah, hopefully we continue to have a bit of a dry summer. We don't get much rain, and yeah, when we get into the cooler months, I'll start digging this out, and we'll get this stormwater connected up. Shame about the crack. Second day after it was laid, that crack appeared. So, but what do? You know, a lot of ground movement in this area. The rest of it's fine. It just seems to be a fault along this spoon drain. There's one crack at this end, there's a small crack at the other end as well. So with it being plastic, you know, obviously it's flexed, it's moved, and it's caused it to crack. But you know, I'll put a bit of filler in there and it should be right. But yeah, so yeah, this is my last video on the garage. I won't bore you to death anymore. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I told you I'd get there. See yous.